Good evening. It's 7 o'clock and it's mental mind treatment. I'm just going to ring my bell here, bringing us in. Picked the insight card from the God box today, and it says, divine abundance is an infinite supply. It's got a waterfall, and it's all falling in. And on the other side, excuse me, my voice has to adjust. There is no way to peace, big words of peace across as well, is in the way. There is no way to peace. Peace is the way. Sorry, I misread that. Peace, I was saying, that doesn't make sense. Peace is the way. Welcome to Monday night's mental mind treatments. I don't know why I look a little fuzzy on the screen. Well, that's interesting. They're just kind of a little bit more fuzzy. It's the lights, but the lights are just the same as I always have them. So interesting day for me. I was actually quite busy running around. Had my hair cut finally, so it's a little different, but it'll be back more to normal tomorrow or the next day. Anyway, Wednesday morning it'll be more normal because they always do stuff when, a little bit of this, that, and the other. But anyway, it'll be much easier for me to manage in its new state. So I've got some things already here, and Kayla has already come in. And I just want to say, first of all, she gave me 3 numbers, 3, 11, and 12. 12 has come up for most people that I've worked for, or that I have written down so far. So we'll see if it continues that way. 12 is all about acceptance. Acceptance, I find, one of the hardest things that we have to do. Just a sec, I have to have my juice here. Because usually it takes the hoarseness in my throat away. So what I see here for Kayla before I go into doing the mental mind treatment is love. By loving oneself, by deciding the path that you're on and accepting that this is what it is, and not giving anything else any power but that. But the love of the path, the decision that you want to make, and accepting that's the path that you're on, and the rest can be let go of. So again, where does one put one's focus, I think? So as I move into treatment for Kayla, I know that there is one power and one essence that is in everything, including ourselves. And by focusing on the end result, the desire we wanted, and not getting into fear, not getting into anything that may block it or anything, but staying true to that love force healing, the miracle healing that can happen and does happen to us, then there lots of energy will come in. The energy, the health, everything will come in. The key is at this point not to push it, but just to be with it. And as you're being with it, we'll all begin to focus in a very, very different way. The other person I want to do a treatment for is a friend of mine, Shane, who's having some money issues. So I put 3 numbers out for him, which is rebalance, accept, and know that you're taken care of. The love force is very busy tonight, actually, already here for everybody. So I just want to do a treatment for Shane, knowing that there is one power and one essence, and that even though obstacles are there, it's as though they're just hurdles to overcome to move into a state where everything flows easily, so easily. And that you must, in a way, keep your mind in the sense of the direction of where you're going, what you're doing, and how it is. There's a lot of support for you. There's a lot of universal love. There's a lot of, I just feel like you need to open a door. Maybe accept that the love is there for you to create what you want. So all this other stuff can disappear. So your power, your essence will make that big difference. And I give thanks for that, knowing that it is true. And so it is there. So it is for Kayla. Just doing one here also before I go to the comments. Jason and Diamond, who are getting married on November 7th. And that one reason Kayla needs to be energized is to also be there for this wedding, which we've been waiting for a couple of years, it seems like now. The numbers I also have for that was 12, interestingly enough. And a rebalancing, it's acceptance of the rebalancing and the love. I just think that all whatever else is there will dissipate once the union has taken place. This is about being balanced and being aware and allowing the love to be paramount, not anything else. So acceptance of each other, acceptance of circumstances, acceptance of the awareness. And I know as I move into treatment that the love of the universe is there also in all sorts of ways, breaking down the barriers so that this union can be in an absolute wonderful way. I give thanks for the knowing of this, and I give thanks for all that's going to take place in the sense of the element of being. Now, also tonight, our friend Judy from Colorado had to have an amputation on her leg. And for now, her healing has begun now. Before it wasn't. Everything was dying. So that's one reason she had to have the amputation. The three numbers I got for this was 3, 16, and a 5, which is that, again, the love being paramount. That even though this is changing many things, there is learning to be had by this. There's a learning, there's a phraseology, there's an essence that's going to grow. And I just feel, as I even just feel, it's almost like angels all around, actually, is that Judy is moving into, like, it's the treatment just sort of takes over because it's like there's so much loving support from the other side that she just needs to be relaxed and allow it all to happen and all to take place. I give thanks for this. I give thanks in so many ways that she will be able to smile and laugh and enjoy not only her family who is beside her now, but also with a whole new awareness of life in a whole different way. There'll be just wonderful elements for to be able to be in all that there is. I feel like this. So anyway, if you have a question, type it out, please, because that's how it works here. Please do. Okay, Marion, good evening. Love to the new, love the new haircut. Me too, actually. It's very light. My numbers are 6, 9, and 16. Looking to manifest as usual. Okay. Let me think about this. One of the elements that I was looking at around manifesting that came through in, I think, a talk that I was doing, I can't remember recently, is that, or maybe it was some reading I was doing, is that we just need to be clear of the outcome and not worry about the steps or what it is doing, because the answer always lies within us. And sometimes when we overthink or we put our emphasis on A or B or C, we'll say one thing or the other, is that what happens is that things don't always gel. So this is about trusting the universe to do its job, trusting that it will be maybe not exactly how you see it, maybe not exactly how you want it, but how it will be. So that's what becomes very, very important here. So in my movement into the mental mind treatment, I just feel a sense of peace and quiet, as though all the, what is it? It's almost like a buzzing that goes inside the brain, working, trying to figure everything, trying to put it into place, being ready, it's almost like being too hyper, and just allowing the peacefulness to come in and the knowingness, because it's the knowingness that brings things forth. When we want to manifest something, we have to know that it will be. And in the quiet, the knowing is there. And that is the energy that goes out that the universe responds to really well because it's done. It just hasn't maybe manifested, but it's done. And you have a lot of support. You have a lot of energy around you, but somehow maybe mentally, just too much activity, too much buzzing, trying to figure it out. Is it this? Is that? Is the other? Just quiet, allowing it to come quiet, and just recognize that you know the right timing will be done. I give thanks in knowing that right timing is in action. I give thanks in knowing peace and quiet on the inside will reflect into the outside world and all will be well. And I give thanks for that as I release that thought, because that is the most important thing. Yes, I will do that, Kayla. Karen, greetings. I have four numbers. Okay, Karen. Let's see, 1, 7, 9, 19. Let's see what parallel do we have here. First of all, it says everything is possible, and it's about letting go from the past, or letting behind what's behind, leaving it go, and trusting and learning about yourself as you embrace the newness. This is all about new. This is about letting go of the old way. It's like I had a new haircut today, a haircut that's very different because my hair was growing so long because I had to miss an appointment. Like she said, I think it's time to change the style. And I said, go for it. I'm quite happy about that because I've had the same style for years. And change, the letting go of the old, becoming new, becoming aware, becoming a sense of your own direction, your own awareness, and also just that embracing of life. The new path awaits. The new path is opening up. It's as though I see a road, and instead of trees, I've got people. It's almost like hermits, or what do you call those? They're dressed like, to me, it reminds me like they're priests or something, but they're not. They're monks, I guess. Monks would be the best word. I'm trying to put a proper word to it. Lining the path instead of the trees along this path that you're putting your foot on and that you're taking, that is new, but it's sanctified. You know, very often it's, if I haven't been to the Catholic Church very often, but they'll shut the water, the holy water, they spray that before the priests walk down. This is the same thing. They're making it holy for what you're doing and the direction that you're taking. So I just want to add, as I move into the wonderful power of this, is that I give thanks. I give thanks of knowing that for all the work that you have done, that you're moving into this new phase of absolute knowing. And I've already talked about knowing tonight, because it is so important. And it is the one thing we forget. It's the one thing we move away from, is knowing the end result we want, even though we don't know how we're going to get there. It is step by step by step, holding on to the knowing, being aware without fear, without worry, without anything, but just knowing it is there, because it is. It's like when I want to go somewhere, I have opened my door to my apartment, I walk down a hallway, then I open the door to the outside world, then I go in my car, and then I get in my car and I drive in my car. So, but I know where I'm going. I know the end result. It's just not, I'm just not out driving around trying to figure. I have a mission. I have a goal in place. This, Karen, I give absolute blessings and thanks. You have made a big step. I don't know what you did. All I know is that you have made a big step, and that it is being blessed. It is being sanctified. It is saying, keep on going because you know where you want to be. I give thanks in knowing this is real as I release this thought because it is done and it is being done and it will grow. And I give thanks for that. Ishkiga, do you get anything on my lower back pain? It is a hernia. Oh God, I've had those herniated discs. Yes, I remember those. It is we're strengthening my core help always. It starts a while after a few months after my knee injury. Well, it's probably because in the knee injury, you then, I know because I've had knee injuries, is that we don't walk right. We begin to protect it. And in protecting it, our body starts tilting and it puts pressure on that lower part of our back. But let me just do a mental treatment on the healing of that. I know in the one power and the one essence, as I speak my word for Shika, that their back issue, which is very inflamed, I can see it. It's as though it's like you just, sometimes I've had this happen and you just have to lie very still and allow the pain and allow the pressure to leave so that, and I just feel an edge of impatience that you want to get up and get going and doing this and doing that. And so your body's it doesn't really relax. This is very important to allow the pain to leave. Because when the pain leaves, you can readjust. And I don't know who you're seeing to help you readjust all the muscles and all the tension so that there is an ease. But the major thing that I'm being shown here as I treat for you is to please lay very still and relax the back or support yourself so that part of your back has no pressure so that it can begin to let go the strain and realign. You need to be realigned so that everything is working in an effective way. Unfortunately, sometimes with this, and that's not from the treatment, this is from me, it sometimes takes more time than we patiently have. But I know because I've been through this and I've had this, that it is really important to get the body realigned and get so that you're not savoring the knee. The more you savor the knee, the harder it is on that part of your back. I give thanks and being shown that you just need to work on spending some time relaxing that back totally so that it can begin to heal. Take the pressure off, all of those things. So I give thanks for that. Ashika, please, just give yourself some time just to yes. And the whole key is it started after a few months after my knee injury, because your knee injury, you put it into your back, just a continuation. I give thanks and knowing that Akisha is connected to the love force, that all people that talk tonight will have and be energized from the love force because it's working. There's loads of energy around here. Lots of blessings. Thank you. And I give thanks for this. Jerry, thank you. Great energy. I'm so glad, Jerry. What do you say here? I'm sorry. I pray for Judy. Hope she feels better. She's on the move. She has her family. And the thing is, they had to take, I think, above the knee off. Her leg has not been healing. It's been dead. And now it's already within 24 hours begun to heal. So we're very, very happy. Okay. Kayla, thank you so much for the prayers for Judy, Jason, Diamond, and me. Profound awareness and much love. That love flows back to you, to my healing journey. Yes, thank you for my healing journey. All sorts of things are happening. Some great, some not so great, maybe. But today I'm feeling really good. I know I always love it when I'm feeling really good. Marion says, thank you. Kayla again says, she loves my new haircut. I also just had a different cut, which really suits me, feels good and younger. Well, I don't know about the younger yet, but we'll see what happens. Karen, That is the most beautiful message I have ever had. Thank you so much. He said, I did make a big sip. I don't know. I get excited because I don't know these things. And then there it is. And it shows. That's why I love my work so much. That's why I love doing what I do. And whether it's reading, whether it's transformations, whether it's just helping people understand there's a power to use and to let go all these fears and anxieties that go on inside and just deal with things as they come up. The acceptance again. If you've got some situation in your life, don't fight it. Accept it, and the answer will come to you. The answer will be there. In every problem, there's an answer. And sometimes you just have to breathe and let go. And it comes in so many different ways. So many different ways. Anyhow, it doesn't look like we're going to have a lot of people tonight. So hang on a minute. I'm just going to clear my throat a bit more here. I do want to, I spent a little time this afternoon replying to the comments from the different shows. I hadn't, because I had another treatment last week. Oh, no, it was this week? Last week. I've lost track of time. Last Friday, anyway. And it, it upsets my system a little bit. I don't have a lot of energy for a wee while. But anyway, I decided today I would address the messages, like the comments. And there was some interesting ones, some good ones, and a couple of interesting ones. And one made a comment about me drinking Coke to keep my voice not being too croaky. Because it was bad. Coke was bad. And I thought, the person only realized how many chemicals are running through my system right now. Coke is the least. And I don't drink a lot of it, just a little bit to sip on, just so I sound like a person instead of a horse thing here. I just found that interesting. But I want to say mostly is how much I appreciate your comments. Sometimes they're short, yes, but I try to personalize the answers back because they give you little comments. You could say you're welcome or thank you, etc. I try and make them more personal because I appreciate the time it takes for you to do that. It's important, and to me it becomes very important because it's and that's why I had some that were a little bit older because I had this last couple of weeks I have had some just basically dealing with my energy levels. But the point is, thank you. Thank you for showing up here on Mondays. Thank you for asking and allowing me to do my mental mind treatments because I do enjoy doing them, even though tonight I felt like I kind of was talking and rambling a little bit with them. But look what we're getting that every person can enjoy. We get angels. We get that divine line, like that Karen brought. That all of this is for all of us. We just need to allow it in and get out of our heads of all the what ifs, maybes, and perhapses. Take a note of how many what ifs, how many maybes, and perhapses. Oh, perhaps this will happen, or maybe this will happen, and what if this happens? Just what I do is freeze it in time and space, evaporate it and just let it all go and replace it with something that's more effective. Replace it with what you really want. So that you're thinking, remember, everything happens and begins with a thought. So what are your thoughts? I have to grab hold of mine very often because, I'm like everybody else. And yet I just go, okay, that's not what I want. So we're going to freeze it, evaporate it, and this is the outcome we want. And sometimes, it's like it takes a while. But we're humans. And that is the wonder of us, is that we are humans. We're here on this planet. We're not a machine. We have feelings. I don't think at this point that they have programmed feelings into the machines yet. Maybe they never will, which concerns me personally a little bit. But at the same point, we as human beings know, or need to know, to actually change to say, what our feelings are saying to us. Because if those of you who have listened to me speak a lot, to me, your feelings are telling you what your body's feeling. It's a way of your body talking to you. See, we have two parts that talk to us: our head, which is only stuff we put in it, and our body, which gives us feelings that we have to interpret. And the thing is, most of us don't stop to think what they're saying. It took me a long time to learn that. What does this feeling mean? And sometimes it's not a great feeling. And you go, okay, so what's it saying? I'm scared. I'm not sure. I'm overwhelmed. I mean, because they're natural feelings. But then what do you do with that? Do you have that rule, or you just understand it? I always say, thank you, breath. And this is how we need to proceed from here. But I'm not perfect at all in any way, shape, or form. I just know that I enjoy doing these shows. I enjoy being here for people who do need, and as long as there's someone on a Monday night that needs them, and if they feel fulfilled and don't need to be here, maybe others will come. But in the meantime, I just want you to know, because I like to do about 30 minutes anyway, and we're in 26 to 27. So, and I don't want to keep on and on, because I can, as you know. But I've got a good talk on Wednesday already coming. I'm going to talk about auras again. And so if you haven't heard anything too much about auras lately, and you may want to hear my take on them in many ways, we'll see what happens. As everyone knows, I don't make notes. Usually I may make some headlines, but basically I just open my mouth and talk. But Wednesday at 9:00, I'll be here talking about auras. And then I think it's this, no, it's not, it's this Saturday. I think, hang on, I have to look at my book. I think it's there. On the 21st, which is this week, I have one more place left for channeling your guide on Saturday at 10:00. One space left. Everything else is taken. So if you would like that to happen, get in touch with me, and you can take my last spot. If not, that's fine too, because we're pretty full. So I want to thank you all for listening. And I trust that you can always text me, email me, or whatever when you find the results that you're getting in it. And some of you tell me that on a Monday night. I want you to create what you want to create. I want you to be creators of your world, of how you want your world to be. And even when something comes up that you don't want to expect, sometimes that's where we find so much more, because we didn't expect that. And how are we going to adjust to that? What are we going to do with that? So you guys go and have a wonderful Monday night, wonderful week. We're already getting, halfway through the month by day. Well, actually, maybe not, because it's 31 days. And just halfway through the month already. It's so fast. It's moving fast. Time is speeding up. Isn't it interesting when that happens? So I want you all to have a great time, to enjoy and be who you truly, truly are. Lots of love. And I'll see you Wednesday, 9:00 a.m. that is. Bye now.